Hello, loves. So, I've been trying to get this message out for a minute, but it's like go to record, big loud truck pulled up. Go to record, somebody comes out and is scraping the ground. Now I'm recording, garage doors are opening. Either way it goes. I went ahead and just said, screw it, I'm going to eat lunch. And I'll come back and try again. But, point in this is we all go through things, and I keep being reminded, look at where you're at and applaud the fact that you've made it out of where you've been, because that's one thing I didn't do through all of this. All of this was, but I still need to do this and I still need to do that, and oh, I'm running out of time, I don't know. And I keep telling myself time is an illusion. When you have faith in a higher power, there's nothing that's going to pass you by. We forget, no matter if it's money, stability in home life, jobs, better positions, friends, pick it, choose it, It's not going to pass you by if it's meant for you. And even if you don't take it the first time, it will come back around. Everything goes around and around. It can be good or bad depending on how you take it, what you choose, If you want to live and learn, live and learn. If you're happy in toxicity, stay in toxicity. But the thing is, people that are used to toxicity, it doesn't mean they're happy. They complain a lot. And it's hard because it's like, well, do something about it? What are you going to do about it? You going to change that? Okay, well, I don't want to hear about it. And I remember my mom used to basically tell me, make a decision to leave that toxic relationship, that marriage I'm always using as examples. And at that time, it was really heartbreaking because I didn't know how to get out. I thought I had faith, but at the same time, I didn't realize that my faith would have been taking the leap, and then the path would have been opened. We forget that we have to take the first step out of darkness to find our way to the light. People can try to show you the light, but when you're used to being in the dark and you know how to function to where it benefits you, a lot of people are okay just staying there. They're okay with mediocrity, however you'd say that. They're okay with scamming, lying, conniving, stealing, cheating. They're okay with everything they gain from it, but what they're not okay with is sort of the tumbles along the way. Because when you do live in the darkness, believe me, there's things that pop up that are meant to be like, rethink this. How's that going to affect the other person you're doing that to? What are you not getting here? Why are you not learning? Why are you still manipulating and using? And why are you still hiding your true self? Why are you choosing to be vindictive when you could be somebody that's like, good job, motivational? Why are you choosing to keep staying on a path that is hindering the world from growing and accepting love and bringing back something of a good nature? Granted, there's no good or bad, right or wrong. I know it sounds like contradicting information here, but who am I to say what you're doing is bad? If it's something that you were raised to do, maybe it's a lesson you need to unlearn, but if I'm judging you, that means nothing. It just means that I'm over here acting holier than thou, like I don't do anything wrong. We all end up messing up from time to time. We all hurt people unintentionally. Some of us speak very boldly and don't have a filter, and that hurts other people. And they would say, how dare you speak to me like that? But a lot of times it triggers their ego. Does that mean that I'm wrong because I expressed my opinion? Not necessarily. Is it bad that I hurt them, that it triggered them in a way? Depends on who you are and how you look at it. Sometimes those triggers are meant to help you heal. And I had to learn over time that people are wounded. People are going to hurt me, some intentionally, some unintentionally. Some people hurt you because they want the reaction of what you're going to give them, which in a sense gives them power over you. Those are the sucky butts, if you want to know. People often go around just not knowing how to heal because there's not a lot of people out saying, so this is what I've been through. Because when we share our stories, when we're open about the pain we've allowed in our lives, it can be embarrassing. I know in the beginning for me it was extremely embarrassing because I was like, I was brainwashed. It was almost like I was brainwashed by the devil to accept less willingly. It's that spiritual warfare. You deserve more. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. And it goes back and forth in our minds and the way that we've been raised. You know, if there's a lack mentality, or money is the root of all evil, or don't speak up, you know, just help people in need, being taught to be a people pleaser. It's all of these things that can keep us in a dark place, and we never even realize that's where we're at. And over time, I've had to unlearn these lessons, you know, that if I do speak up, if I do speak out, I'm not doing anything wrong in my heart, my soul, my spirit. Because I am somebody who is here to help spread the truth. And that embarrassment had to die away from me going, but if I tell them, then I'm weak. You see me however you want to see me. I don't really care anymore. I've had to learn that it's how I view myself. And like I started saying in the very beginning, I've had to say, good job, good job. Lessons are being learned. New doors are opening. The elevator's going up. You know, it's like in those hotels where you get on an elevator, but you got to stop at a certain spot, but there's still more rooms up above. And it's like, but I want to go to those rooms. But those rooms, you got to pay a big price to get there. It's the same with a caminando or a spiritual walk. That place that brings you to healing. That place that starts piecing all those missing portions of you back together, and those things that allow you to forgive yourself. Because last night it was real heavy on my mind. And it just, the message at the time wanted to come out, but honestly, I was enjoying my music too much. And I had to be like, I know I'm supposed to, but I don't want to. And then I couldn't go to sleep, probably because I didn't. And things were reverberating in my head. You know, the womp, 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 womp. But we do have to remember to say, you're doing a great job. If no one else high-fives you, high-five yourself. Because when people are down, they're not rooting for you to get up. It's not like people are on the ground going, here, let me push you up. Because if they push you up, there's no guarantee in their mind that you're going to help pull them up. So it's easier for them to just, no, just stay down. Let's just stay down. Let's tap out. And that's the hard part, because when you're not made that way, and you're like, gotta get up, let's do it again. And life knocks you down again, and you're just like, oh, that one was a little bit more brutal, but I'm not giving up. I'm not stopping. Nothing is going to stop me. You have to look at yourself as being a steamroller that can just break through brick wall after brick wall that lets you keep moving, you know? Become that linebacker that pushes through with the intention of letting the light behind you come on through and make a touchdown. Because in that point, you're helping to bring goodness into the world. And yes, I will say goodness, because it's the things that make you feel like, like bubbles, you know, floaty. It's those things that make you feel light and empowered and seen and heard. And it's those things that you know how it allows you to have hope and faith and stay optimistic. And it's when you bring those things to the world that that comes back to you. But it's when you're like, why do you get to be that way? I don't care. Like, every time I'm good, people take advantage of me. And then you have those people that will pull you back down. I know quite a few people like that. I don't interact with them very much because they're the thunder thieves or the cloud busters. They're the ones that are like, oh, it's going to rain today. Pfft, no, not today, even though we're in a drought. I hate the rain. And instead you're like, but the world is thirsty. The ground is cracking. Everything is like, put something helpful in my life so I can stop working so hard. And if we could start doing that for ourselves and stop expecting it from outside people, then we get to a point where we get to move forward and we do get to transition and go, I was there. I don't know how I made it out of there, but I was there. And now I'm here. But I'm still going there. And it's almost like taking a rest stop on your journey and going, we still have this far to go, but whew, we're 3/4 of the way there. Just another, maybe one break on the way. Let's just gun it from here on out. Let's get to moving. I'm ready to get out of this car. I'm ready to get out of this vehicle. And it's when we get to that point where we can see that the destination is getting close that we're like getting antsy. My dog does it every time we're in the car. If we're going to my parents' house, she's like, peanut butter and oatmeal. I know where I'm going. And she gets super excited and she gets loved and cuddled. And it's funny watching her because we can be still 15 minutes down the road, but she knows the exit and she knows where we're going. And she's like, roll my window down, because she likes to look at the lake on the way and stick her nose out. And that's kind of where we have to get when we're on that journey, because we forget to look back and go, remember that desert we drove through to get to this forest, to get to that beach? It's the end goal that you're looking at. It's what you've decided you want to get to. Rather if it's no longer being triggered by other people, rather if it's learning to forgive yourself. That is a hard one, believe me. I've had to look back, and I still was battling with this just the other day. And then I had to be like, no, we're not doing that. We're not taking the blame for the foul opportunists and the actions they chose to try to feel empowered by disempowering me. I'm not doing it. I'm taking my power back. Just like I told you the other day, I call back all my energy from all realms and all areas of the universe, and I ask that it be transmuted in love and light and put back into the universe to be recycled back into love. You have to call your power back. You have to learn to look at people and be like, not doing it today. I'm not letting you bring me down, because it's when people will try to get you in that low vibe. They're asking you to lay back down. Lay down and submit. Do like me, because if you don't do like me, then I'm not powerful like I want to be. Even though I'm on my back and I'm not fighting and I'm not struggling, I'm submitting. Do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a follower? Because you have to ask yourself in the end, what is it benefiting you to lay down while other individuals are rolling all over you and they're soaking up all that energy and they're laughing all the way to the bank? They're not even trying. And you can give it all you've got and still get nothing back, because in the sense, in your mind, you already don't deserve it. You already feel guilty. You can't look at where you came from and how you've succeeded. You can't see the positive side. Maybe the biggest part is creating a goal and working towards it. I know for a long time, I'm like, what do I want? I don't know what I want. There's so many options. There's so many things I can choose from. What do I want? What would make my soul happy? And at some point I had to learn to just put on the music and listen. What's it going to play for me? What is it going to tell me I'm feeling for the day? Because it's weird, when I turn music on, a lot of times it's either someone that has been energetically connected to me that's speaking to me through music, or it's my mood itself. And it's weird because I can be like, I'm not in the mood for this, and I can get to where I was going and then turn the radio back on. Totally different genre, totally different vibe of how I am in my day. So we have to all understand that we're responsible for applauding ourselves. We're responsible for seeing how we treat others and accepting the fact that they're not all going to treat us the same. We have to understand that it's okay to have a down day, just don't stay down. You know, there's a lot you have to decide for yourself. You can empower yourself or you can disempower yourself. The choice is really yours. You can be a victim in your world and look at everything as happening to you rather than it's happening for you. But if you can understand all of this is orchestrated to help you on your journey, then the baggage isn't so heavy. Learn to whistle while you walk. On that note, I'm going to say toodles. Peace out.